I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. In this video, I might be completely out of line. I just feel like I'm not. In my opinion, Kawhi Leonard does not deserve this contract. Kawhi Leonard has not proved to anybody that he is a top-tier superstar that could possibly carry a team. Now, when I say carry a team, I'm talking about what LeBron James does, what Russell Westbrook does. I know you either love or hate Russell Westbrook, but a player like Russell Westbrook, a player like Anthony Davis, a player like Kristaps Porzingis when he comes back, players like that, I don't know if Kawhi Leonard can possibly carry a team. And I'm saying this for multiple reasons. And the first main reason I'm saying this is because Greg Popovich is an old guy. We all know he's old, and I really feel sorry for Greg Popovich because his wife passed away. And that just spells real bad things for the Spurs, man, because it means that Greg Popovich could possibly be retiring soon. Now, we know the Spurs organization, they thrived off of coaching. They thrived off of Greg Popovich. He's possibly one of the greatest coaches of all time across all sports. And without Greg Popovich and with just Kawhi Leonard, because obviously $219 million over 5 years is going to be a lot of money. It's pretty much going to hinder the cap space for a long time going forward. If you pay that money to Kawhi Leonard and he doesn't have the suitable coach to coach that team, I'm not sure if the Spurs are going to be the Spurs without Greg Popovich and with Kawhi leading the team. Now, obviously, we know Kawhi, he's a superstar. I need Kawhi Leonard to be a megastar for me to pay him upwards of $200 million. And they're not even offering $200 million. They're offering $219 million. He's potentially going to be the top paid player in the world at that particular point. Don't get me wrong. Now, this might just be me. If Kawhi Leonard is supposed to be the top paid player in the NBA, I want Kawhi Leonard to be arguably the best player in the NBA. I don't need him to be the best player in the NBA because obviously there's situations like what Kevin Durant is in right now where he is taking a pay cut to be a part of his championship team. But I need Kawhi Leonard to be in the top three. I don't feel like Kawhi Leonard's in the top three. You got LeBron James, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then you got Kevin Durant, things like that. You got multiple players. I feel like Kawhi Leonard is probably in the 5 to 10 range of players in the NBA, and I feel like he should be paid as such. $219 million isn't being paid as such. And not only that, Kawhi Leonard is supposed to be coming off of an injury. It's not any regular injury, of course. A lot of people don't know what it is. It's very concerning, but obviously Kawhi Leonard felt he was injured. He was too injured to play last season. Now, I wouldn't offer Kawhi Leonard a contract until I see Kawhi Leonard back on the court and I see that Kawhi Leonard is at least the Kawhi Leonard that we seen last year. I don't need Kawhi Leonard to be a 22-point scorer. If Kawhi Leonard comes back and he's a 22-point scorer and I give him that contract, it's a problem because he's not going to be the player that you paid for. So before I feel like the Spurs should offer any money, period. Even if you're going to accept that Kawhi Leonard, or you're going to think that Kawhi Leonard is a top 3 player in the NBA right now, you need to see if Kawhi Leonard is still going to be healthy enough or he's still going to be good enough to put up those same amount of numbers that you've seen him put up before in the past with that injury that he has to his quadricep. Now, obviously, of course, the injury to the quadricep, that can hinder him jumping, that can hinder his lateral movement, that can hinder his vertical movement, obviously, with jumping, without those core things, because let's be honest, Kawhi Leonard is not a Stephen Curry. Of course, Kawhi Leonard could shoot the ball from 3, but that's not his main thing that he does. He's a mid-range scorer. He's a driver. Sometimes he shoots a 3, but the quadricep is a huge part of his offensive repertoire. And if his quadricep isn't 100%, he's obviously not going to be a $200 million player going down the line. Now, another thing I feel like the Spurs should look at is if Kawhi Leonard even likes the Spurs. For example, of course, yeah, you offer me $219 million. I'll be wherever you want me to be. That's facts. I don't care if I don't like the place. I don't care if the players don't like me. I'm still going back for my bag. And that's pretty much what Kawhi Leonard is probably going to do. Now, if Kawhi Leonard is a locker room distraction, and it turns out that you can't really play with Kawhi Leonard because obviously the players are on edge with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard basically quit on them this season when they played the Warriors. They feel like they could have beat the Warriors with Kawhi Leonard. But Kawhi Leonard sat out. That could cause some friction between Kawhi Leonard and the other players in the locker room. Now, if Kawhi Leonard is a cancer in the locker room, it's going to be a problem. Now you have a player that's worth $219 million. Now you want to trade this player. $219 million. I'm not sure if anybody in the world or anybody in the league is going to trade for Kawhi Leonard for that price, especially if the injury is hindering his ability to score. I have no idea what the Spurs are trying to do. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I might be bugging. As I said earlier in the video, I might be bugging. I might be wilding. He might be that good. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. We out.